Hey Ben, it's Sean.
What's up, big guy?
Not a lot. You said your son was in bed, so I figured I'd call you now.
Yep, he's passed out.
How are you?
Oh, a little bit of rough shit in the family, but we're still alive, so fuck it.
Right? It's nice to have family.
Yeah, not so nice when they start dying off randomly, but what can you do?
Yeah, I don't know. I try to stay away from mine. That way I don't die off supposedly randomly.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't get anybody to go in with me to talk to the police, so the police did whatever they wanted to me, and that included assaulting me in several different places. And then the officers wanted to stick up for other officers, wanted to refuse to take a report because my reports were against people who assaulted me, including other officers. So I can't just type all that out 4 million times. I try to explain it a lot. But I basically I had to leave the state of Colorado because the officers didn't want to investigate other officers, and I had to leave Nebraska because the officers wouldn't investigate other officers.
makes sense. It's fucking shitty, but it makes sense.
Yep, it just sucks because I don't get to see my friends or family.
How'd you wind up in California?
I hopped on a bus.
There you go.
Yeah, when I realized that I wasn't going to be allowed an honest day in court and I wasn't going to have the money to go jump through all the hoops they wanted me to jump through and I wasn't going to be able to get my vehicle, I went, fuck it. Fuck these people. I'm going to make sure that I expose every one of these son of a bitches before I kill myself. So I came out here to expose them son of a bitches.
Well, who the fuck's in Cali, though?
Nobody.
Oh,
I don't know anybody here. I'm separated from everybody I care about.
yeah,
You understand that.
yep,
Thank goodness you got family.
yeah.
I basically have to have somebody die in order to see my family, and even then they spend more time bitching about me being there than they do remembering the person who died. It's kind of disgusting.
Yeah, we're dealing with a lot of that shit. Pretty frustrating.
It is. Like,
Worthless fake people using death of someone else to get attention for themselves makes me fucking sick.
yeah, right now I got a bunch of attention on me because one of my friends was killed, but I didn't ask for that attention. Matter of fact, I've been asking for it to stop since she was still alive.
Yep,
I'm very loud and boisterous about it, though. Her family, you don't do that shit to your own kids.
pretty fucked up.
It is. Although, thinking about your brother kinda. Well, shit, I ain't met a Beardsley I didn't like.
What's that?
I said I haven't met a Beardsley that I didn't like.
Yeah, it was pretty fucking random, dude. My brother sent me a text saying, Becca's stomach's hurting like a fucker, we're going to the doctor. Oh, okay. Fucking 12 hours later, I see that she's going into surgery, she might not make it. I'm like, what the fuck? How do we go from a stomach ache to a fucking emergency surgery? And another emergency surgery 12 hours after that, and 6, 8 hours later, she was gone. Too much internal bleeding, they couldn't get it to stop, they couldn't get her blood pressure to stabilize so they could go in and do another surgery. It just, there wasn't a fucking thing they could do. So it went from, sorry guys, mommy's tummy hurts, not going home tonight. She's gonna stay at the hospital. to, sorry guys, mommy's going to heaven.
I remember when that happened to Brooke.
Me too.
You know, I didn't get along with Brooke very well. Not till the week she died. Like, she came over and Brandon was all sorts of excited they were gonna get back together, and
Yep.
I miss the fuck out of that dude too, but he's got his head so far up his ass with what he thinks is going on. I a lot of people died this year, and a lot of people who wanted to be here and had family and had reasons to be here, you know?
Yep.
And I keep hearing from folks about, oh, God has a plan. Fuck God's plan. God's plan has me being tortured, and people who love their families are not here to see their families anymore.
Yeah. My thoughts exactly. My brother said it best. They were supposed to get on the Polar Express and go do the ride the train and do the Christmas stuff and blah 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 and enjoy the evening and then get a hotel room and hang out and the night she died. And he sends me a text and he says, well, fuck this bullshit. Happy birthday, Jesus. Thanks for killing my fucking wife.
Right? I don't know. Out of all of you, you were my favorite. I don't even know why.
That's the first fucking time I've ever heard that.
I think it's probably because you had the best smile.
Yeah.
Plus, Matt's kind of a dick.
Yeah, most of the time.
Yeah, I don't know. I really enjoyed hanging out with you guys.
It was a good time. I was trying to get a hold of you fucking, I don't know, 2 months ago or so. And, because I had a shitload of food for you and stuff, and I couldn't fucking get you.
Yeah, I was in jail 2 or 3 months ago. Although them
Oh, shit.
MREs, I fed a whole family of travelers with one of them boxes of MREs.
Nice.
Yeah, the cops in Chapel didn't really take much liking to all them homeless-looking folks over there with their nasty-looking vehicle. You remember Nova Wellmouth?
Really familiar, yeah.
Yeah, her dad, Roy Wellmouth, he called the cops on him, and then he sat down the street just mean mugging him for about half an hour till the cops showed up. And he thought he was pulling some sort of sly bullshit. Like, you know, if you got that much hatred for people that you never met, go home and stay there.
Yeah, I don't get it.
So I didn't tell those people that I fed them your food.
No, I don't mind.
They were glad to have it though. They'd been we call it gas jugging. So basically, they drive until they're out of gas, and then they panhandle for gas, or they try to draw pictures for gas, or they try to trade stuff that they have for gas, whatever it takes to get wherever they're going.
Mhm.
So how's Joe holding up?
No, he's pretty rough. He's
Yeah,
alright, but he's pretty rough.
so he's gonna be there tomorrow.
Yeah, sounds like he's heading this way tomorrow. I don't know if he's gonna stop or if he's gonna drive straight through, but
I hope he stops. Where was he planning on driving to?
here, Sydney.
Not sure.
Well, I'm 90% sure he's coming to Sydney, but I couldn't say for sure.
Well, if he's coming to Sydney and doesn't come to see you, there's something fucked off going there. But I understand. I got a lot of emotional bullshit I'm dealing with. I'm sure his is not much better. course, he probably doesn't have a bunch of internet yahoos and friggin' crazies accusing him of killing her.
No, he's pretty shook up. I haven't talked to him today. I told him I'd leave him alone because I didn't want to bug him, and just told him to shoot me a text if he needed anything. And I guess he told my dad today that they're going to be leaving to head here in the morning.
Where's he leaving from?
Shit, what's the name of the town? 29 Palms.
Ah, I know 29 Palms.
Yeah, it's the town that sprouted up around the military base.
Yeah. I'm currently waiting on paperwork here that was supposed to be delivered a month ago. But I gotta eventually go back to Colorado and Nebraska and face their bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a runner. I left just long enough to make sure that I can expose those son of a bitches. I was thinking if he's gonna be if he's in the area, I'd try to go see him, but he's leaving too quickly.
Yeah, as far as I know, he's leaving in the morning. Is what my dad said anyway. And then in the next few days, they'll have the autopsy done, and they'll bring his wife here. And I don't know if we're gonna bury her in the plot right next to Brooke, or if we're gonna bury her somewhere else. But pretty fucked up situation.
You know, I don't go to funerals at all, but I go to the chapel cemetery to talk to Jamie's mom.
She's a good woman.
Indeed. I don't know. For me, not being able to hear people's voices and see them and having to, like, so many people are mean to me because I don't have money, and all of my money went to paying the courts, and so many people were mad at me about coming to see them but not having any money, and I was apologetic because, like, I didn't want to go there with no money. I didn't want to go there hungry. I didn't want to go there. I didn't want to go anywhere sad. I don't have a wife and kids though, so I guess I'm lucky in that aspect. My kids aren't gonna die before me. My wife's not gonna die.
Yeah,
She's also not gonna get all messed out of her gourd and go on a thieving spree.
that's true too.
Yeah. So how are you holding up?
It sucks. It sucks a lot, but I mean, like I told my brother, there's not jack shit I can do about it. So I talked to my boy and explained to him what happened, and we cried a little bit and we talked about it. Our landlord passed away about a year and a half ago, and we were pretty close to him. So that just compounded it, but it was easy to explain. Just like landlord passed away, son, so did Aunt Becca and Evan now, and so on and so forth. We cried it out. And we called my brother, and he talked to Uncle Joe for a little bit, and that was that.
I don't even know how I'd answer those questions.
It's fucking rough, dude. Nothing can prepare you to explain death to a child, especially death of someone they like.
I never had problems explaining death. Just, you know, it's easy to walk down the road and point out a dead squirrel. But
Uh-huh.
that squirrel doesn't hold conversations with you. It doesn't hold you when you're sick. It doesn't feed you when you're hungry. It doesn't tell you it loves you. It's just a squirrel.
Yep.
Kind of like when we go hunting. You know, we're going out to get dinner. It's just dinner. People are different because there's a connection there that When I left Virginia, I wanted to die. I already knew what was going to happen to Natalie. I already knew the risks. I already knew that if I couldn't get my panic attack under control, that she wasn't going to have a friend like me, and she was going to go back into the things that she was doing, and she did. I couldn't stop my panic attack. I needed a safety network, and I didn't have one. I was stuck in Virginia away from everybody I cared about. I can't make my emotions stop. I can't stop the pain, and I can't get them to leave me alone. And she had actual predators in her life, you know?
Yeah.
Like she dealt drugs for her dad who was raping her. I don't know how to explain that. Her stepmothers asked me not to talk about any of that because eventually her siblings are gonna see that. And I get that, but at the same time, her siblings could have come forward and been honest. One of them in specific. The other ones, they couldn't really be honest. They weren't there for it. But they deserve to know the truth.
Yeah.
Kind of like you telling your son that Becca died. I mean, how would that feel to Joe if he showed up and your son was asking about her? You know, like that would hurt
Yeah.
so much worse. You know, you were a loudmouth little punk, but I like the man you turned into.
Yeah, I was. I was sure a belligerent fucker.
Indeed. A lot of the belligerent fuckers I knew growing up ended up having kids. They ended up being pretty good daddies, too.
Yeah.
A lot of the smartest people I knew in high school ended up being some of the shittiest fucking parents. It's like smart people expect everybody to know what they know, even if they were just born yesterday. Doesn't she know how to use a toilet? She's 3. She should know how to use a toilet. Did you show her how to use a toilet?
Mm-hmm.
Right? I don't know if I'll be able to go back and see the people I love and care about. I'm pretty sure between the warrants in Nebraska and the warrants in Colorado for them preventing me from going to court, they're probably gonna lock me up for a bit, but I'd like to try to come see you before they lock me up.
Yeah, let me know when you come back, dude.
I will. It might be when I'm already on the way there though, because I don't know exactly when I'll be heading that way. It might be a last minute whenever I catch a ride thing after my paperwork gets here. So we'll see how it works out.
Yeah, no biggie.
I'm sorry I dominated the conversation,
Oh yeah.
but is there any way I could set it up to try to have a weekly phone call with you just so I have someone familiar to talk to?
Yeah, dude, call whenever the fuck you want. I mean, if you want to do it on a Thursday or a Sunday or a Friday or whenever the hell you want.
Well, consistency probably would work the best for me. So if you had a day that you'd be all right with that, that'd probably be the best way for me to do it.
Um, I'd say probably like a Thursday.
All right. Well, I'm gonna plan on calling you on Thursdays then.
Alright, bud.
I love you, Ben. I gotta go use the bathroom though, so I gotta let you go. Unless you wanna listen to me pee.
No, I'm good there. Thanks, buddy.
Yes, sir. Give Joe a hug for me, all right?
I will, bud.
All right. Love you bunch. You be safe.
Yep, love you too, buddy. We'll talk at you on Tuesday.
Yes, sir. Talk to you Thursday.
All right.